Welcome to Dragonfly Trading, everybody. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. And I also want to apologize that it's been so long since I made a video. I have had nightmare taxes this week, and it has definitely been one nightmare. So last video, we talked about topping patterns, and today's video is going to be on Bitcoin, ETH, and I will just pick an alt randomly. If you are interested in me charting an alt for you, post it in the comments below. Please hit subscribe, hit like. It really helps the channel. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just the way that I see the market. So last week, or last time I did a video, we talked about topping patterns. And I'm going to go over it quickly again for the ones that did not see it. Or if this is your first time tuning in, if you've already seen it, I'd apologize. Just bear with me. I'm going to go over it again real quickly because I think it's important. This is as you all know, the bull run from before. And when we were coming down, we made this initial drop. And then we tried to recover and we couldn't. And then we made another drop. At that point, we came down into the prior correction here. That's where we came down into, which would basically be this prior correction. At that point, no problem. We were all expecting a fourth wave of some sort and a kickoff. But then what happened is we created a flat correction, which I call a connector. And when we did that, we needed a partner for this whole correction here. So this whole correction needed a partner, and we got that partner. And at that point, you can see what happened. Up here in this correction, I'm going to move in a little closer so you can see it. We had an initial drop. We tried to recover, and we didn't break the high. Or even if we did, came up and made a double top, whatever it was, we didn't take off again. And then we came down again right into the prior correction. At that point, what did we do? We made a flat. So this whole correction here needed a partner. And at that point, that's what we gave it, wasn't a partner. And we don't need to go into the rest. You know what happened. So let's go to where we're at. So if we've got initial correction, we're trying to recover. Say we come down and we make another correction. No big deal. Even if we come down this far, we just do not want to break this bottom. I don't want to see us break this bottom right here. So say we come down more. And then we make a flat type connector. I don't want to see that. That's what I don't want to see. Once we find our bottom, whether it's here, possibly, or it's down here, wherever it is, I don't want to see a connector. That is going to be the clue that this run is over. Because at that point, just like before, we are going to need a partner for this one that's going to go to the downside. And then Bitcoin has pooped the bed. Because then we'll try to recover and we can't, and you know what happens. If that comment offended you, I'm sorry. I think it's funny. A lot of people think it's funny. And if it offends you, I apologize. If anyone has a better idea of how to get out of this pen, please put that in the comments, because it's driving me crazy. Having to get out of that pen and stall when I'm trying to explain things. So let's go back up to the weekly quickly and let's look at some indicators. I've changed my TDI a little bit just to see if I like it better. There's no difference in it. The only difference is when we're on an uptrend and we pass the signal line, it changes colors. I'm going to give it a try, see if I like it. If I don't, I'll change it back. If you don't know what this indicator is, there's a free strategy in the link below. I suggest you get it, because this indicator changed everything for me. I love this indicator. I won't get into it like I do every video, but if you're interested in what this does and how amazing it is, I have several videos on it. So on the weekly time frame, like I said in the last video, I do not want to see us break this 50. We still have plenty of room here. I'm not concerned. As you can see in the prior run, we never broke it. Also in the prior run, we wicked through the 21, but most of them found support and didn't even wick through. So if we come down here, like I said, I didn't want to see us break this bottom, and I definitely don't want to see us break this white 20, 21. I don't remember if it's a 20 or a 21, actually. It is a 21. So I don't want to see us break it. If we do, I just want to see us wick and just get bought up very quickly. Moving down to the daily. The daily time frame, we did have divergence between here and here. And we're seeing a little kickoff here. It doesn't mean that it's going to go all the way to the other side of the Bollinger Band, okay? Many times through here, as you can see, it didn't make it to the other side, and it came back down. Didn't make it to the other side, came back down. So be careful right now, thinking that this is going to just go on over to the other side. Get your stops in place, because everyone is on edge. They don't know exactly what's happening, and just make sure you got stops in place. Let's move down to further here, and let's talk about this correction we're in now. So I see this so far as a WXY to the downside. Now, the Y could have ended here because it did hit a 618 truncation there. So it definitely could have ended there. And then this part here could have been a flat. Not exactly leaning that way. I am leaning that the Y is here. It looks better. We have 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves. Now what do we have going on here? Let me get it a little bit bigger. So this is not the easiest price action in the world here at all. when I pause, I'm thinking. So we have several options. This move up could be an ABC to the upside with a truncated C wave. That's pretty much the way I'm leaning. Okay, so that would mean that this is a higher degree W, and we're in the middle of creating an X. Now the X could be done here, or we're going to create a three-wave X, and the X is going to come somewhere over here. And then at that point, we're either going to get another three-wave to the downside, that's most likely what we're going to get, a three-wave to the downside for a while. So say we don't come up further here. Say that does not happen. Elliott wave is a tool to help you predict where the market can go, but it's not a tell-all. So there always are several options available. So say that we create this W and our X doesn't go any higher. I am projecting. Now it can truncate at the 618, that can happen. But the usual places are these corrective fibs right here. And let's zoom out, take a look a little bit further. That would bring us right in to this prior fourth wave, which is where we want to be for a fourth wave. I just, again, don't want to see us break the bottom here. I don't want to see us come way down into this. That wouldn't be good at all. So let's move over to ETH. ETH is the exact same thing. There's nothing different about ETH. They are following the same path. They have exactly the same correction going on. Nothing's different. So we have our W, our X, our Y, and then we're either going to make a connector for this one to the upside, or this is done. So either our X is here, or it's going to be somewhere up here, and then a three-wave, some fashion to the downside. I do not see this as bottom. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. But I don't see this as a five-wave here. And I'll show you why. Because there's a lot of people that do think it's a five-wave, which means five-wave, wave two, and we're off to the moon, okay? Let me go back over to Bitcoin. Maybe it's a little bit better. I want to get the best, clearest one possible to show you. Okay, so we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So this came to the 1-to-1, then we had a correction and another 5-wave. So even if we don't do it that way, and we pull from here like wave 1, wave 2, okay, this came to the 618. So, I mean, it is possible that this was a 1, a 2, and then we had a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 3, 4, 4 or 5. I don't see that. I don't like it. 34. So it is a little longer. What was I doing there? I was measuring the waves to see, because wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave ever. And this is like $2 longer. So some people are charting it this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, down for the fourth, and then up for the fifth. It's possible, but I don't like it. So what would be the invalidation? Totally for that. If we break this bottom here, right here, if we break that bottom, this being an impulse wave is off the table completely. And I don't see this done. This is definitely not an impulse wave. This looks like an A, a B, and a C. So I'm leaning the complex correction. Could I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong. I'm not afraid to admit that. I could be totally wrong, and it is an impulse wave, and we're about to moon, but I don't think so. This just looks 2-3 wave to me. I mean, an impulse wave looks different than this. This looks like a 3 wave. So nothing is different with ETH. Bitcoin and ETH are exactly the same. We don't really need to go over the indicators because they are exactly the same. We can talk about where we're at right now on the 1-hour time frame. This, where we're at right now, is challenging this pivot for divergence, meaning from here to here, we're challenging from here to here. So we do have bearish divergence. You can even move it over a pivot. You can move it to here. And we're challenging this pivot. So we have divergence. Let's see if we have it up on the 4-hour. I don't see any divergence on the 4-hour. There's not enough here. So the 4-hour has room. So this could come up a higher and do the X wave like I talked about. Definitely could do that. So let's pick an alt real quick here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do A lot of people are talking about this one. Not exactly sure what it is. It can only be traded on one exchange, so let's pick a different one. Let's do, it did ADA last time. Let's do DOT. And let's definitely get off a Kraken here. Kraken Wix. And this is going to be completely raw. Taking this MACD off, this was from a prior video that I was showing my indicator versus the MACD and how mine gives you the signals quicker. So DOT, let's look at the weekly. Ooh, look at DOT. So not much to go on there. Daily. So it had divergence between here and here. It gave it that kickoff. Now it's come back down and it has created divergence again on the daily here. Let's see. I see this as a fourth wave. So this is a 1, 2, 3, creating a 4. We're going to go up for a 5th. Let me take a look at the 4-hour and see. So you have bullish divergence here. So it looks like DOT So DOT can't be done with its dump yet because it hasn't hit the 618. No matter how I pull these fibs, it's got to at least come down to the 618. It's got to at least come to here, but most likely it's probably going to be same thing as what we're doing in Bitcoin, some kind of WXY down into these fib levels here. Now I picked this one randomly. If you'd like me to chart one, put it in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you have a wonderful day.